I'm Sazvan. I'm 21 years old. I'm in the fourth stage of College of Fine Arts in the University of Silêmanî. I'm in the major of graphic and printmaking. Usually people are confusing the graphic major with a graphic design or the printmaking major with a graphic design. But we are working on different materials and medium. For example, we are carving foams, lino sheets, and other kind of materials. They can be related, but in a different way. We usually carve and print a subject, and we will print it in the sheets or a canvas or whatever material we have in mind. That's an introduction for graphic and printmaking with a graphic design. What made me to go to this major is usually my kind of art style is aligned with the graphic major. I could usually see that I can work with my art style with the graphic major, with the printmaking major. There is the colors and the style I'm using, the characters that I'm creating. I think there is a relation between them. There is a connection. So that's why I thought of it in that way. And I think I could use any kind of subject and medium and materials with my art style that aligns and relate to the graphic major. So basically, my kind of art style is related to social matters, and I usually create stories that is related to me, and that is the reality of my life. That is caused with my family, with my relationship, with my friends. It's the stories about the connections I have in the past, in the future, in this time. I'm creating characters that is related to me, and I think all the characters that I'm creating is related to my life story, and I could talk about how my life is with these characters and how they are connected to me in a positive and negative ways. And usually the characters that I'm creating, before I started this character creating, I usually always question myself what kind of art style I'm related to. Should I express myself? Should I use technical things? Should I use aesthetic things? So I realized every artist in this major in our college or outside of our college, they usually care about aesthetics and beauty. So I start to realize I should talk about stories that are related to not just me, to anyone else. So I started to realize I should create something that is new to the major, to me, to express myself, to express the stories that I have been struggling to things that I've been struggled. So I think that's what makes it so beautiful, that I created this kind of art style for me and to other people. Maybe a lot of people doesn't like it, but I think it's something that it can create questions and relations to other people, not just me, to other people. That's something I'm really proud of with the characters that I'm creating. So basically, back then when I started to create these characters, there is always a part of me where I think that the people that is surrounded by me, they are a reality. So what if there is a fantasy about them? What is the good and the bad sides about them? So I started to do the creation of doing a creature, and basically I started with the portrait creatures. Then I started to realize that it's important to be more figurative, and I used this collage and a lot of eyes, and the eyes represents that this person is smarter, they are more intelligent, they are more dominant, their ears are sharper. Those characters that have a sharper ears, they are more aggressive, they are more dominant about the things that they want, they are more manipulative. So I started to think that this kind of mentality makes the creature more relatable to the stories that I'm telling. And mostly those creatures are about my family and the relationships and the the friendships that I have. And what makes it so beautiful is the collages that I'm using, because there's a narrative to the stories that I'm telling. And I think it's really, really important for the artists to check what background they have, what story they have to tell. And the colors that I'm using is about the struggles I have with them. It's about the hallucination I have with them. It's about the manipulation that caused this whole thing, this whole stories. And I think that's the background of my artwork and my art style, and I'm so proud of it in all ways. Basically, since our community is kind of close-minded about things that I'm creating, because it's something new to them. It's not actually really, really new, but like it's something different to them. I think there has been a lot of struggles, and the road I've taken is it's like kind of disturbing to them, and they always think that my artwork and the things that I'm creating is about Illuminati or something like that, and Satanism. But it's no. If you ask me about my kind of artwork, I'm gonna always tell you what story I'm trying to tell. It's been a struggle, but I think that struggle makes it easier for me to think that my artwork, it's something unique about it. There is something always unique about it that is different to them, that they see a different side of artwork rather than just something beautiful. So it's been a struggle, but I think I'm always proud of the struggle that caused this unique piece of art that I'm creating. So basically, Kurdish culture has impacted me in my artwork in so many ways, positive and negative ways, but mostly positive, because I always think that our culture has been downgraded in so many ways. So I'm trying to do a piece of art that it creates different kind of thinking. For example, there is a tattoo where we call it dak, and that specific thing, that specific tattoo, Kurdish use it mostly. So I tried to like use it in my artwork. I tried to make a statement about it, where this thing has been going on for years and years, and it's like it's like an open eyes to other people that our culture has so many beautiful things. They have so many unique things. For example, I used a specific character to that, Habsa Khani Naqib, where that woman was so powerful for her time. She was a feminist. She was working so hard to make other women go to school. Those kind of history we have should be talked about it like more often, to see that our culture is more beautiful than what people think, and our language, our rugs, our furnitures, our homes, we have a lot of unique things that will impact our culture. That there is so many beautiful things in our culture that should be talked about more often, about the histories that we have. So I think Kurdish culture impacted a lot in my artwork, specifically the things that I'm doing in a graphic major, for example, in the printmaking things. So I always think that when it comes to graphic work, that I should use Kurdish materials, Kurdish history, Kurdish culture to my artwork, rather than my kind of art style, because my kind of art style is kind of far away from things that I'm doing in printmaking. Currently, I'm working on a final project, an installation piece, where there is about the family struggles for 21 years, but I'm trying to work on it with different materials, multimedia or mixed media. I'm working on it like in a narrative way. But I'm also working on it with a TVs. So there is 6 TVs that I'm working on. It will be 4 sequences. Each of the TVs has like a sketch on the TV. and there is a sound effect, there is a collage, there is an animation in those 4 sequences. The layout will be off, will be turned off, and there might be a sound effect that is the sound effect of the old TVs, and also the screaming of the person of a person where they are struggling. The whole story and the whole narration is about the family traumas that I have with the person that is surrounded by me, and I'm trying to work on it as much as I could. And I also try to make a relation between Kurdish materials with the art project. Like there is the creatures that I'm doing, and also the Kurdish things that is surrounded by me. So there you can see both sides of it. Basically, I'm very excited to people see the final project that I'm trying to create, and I hope people will love it and will relate to the story that I'm trying to tell. And thank you for the New Year Kurdish Culture Center for this interview. Also, happy Kurdish Heritage Month.